Devi ji, you have such a vast experience of dealing with all kinds of women across the world. What are your thoughts on the subject?
Yes, first of all, thank you all for coming together in this online space, which is nevertheless so real for all of us, because we are the masters of holding space as women. And on today's day, we come together to support one another, to express our sisterhood and our love. And I'm right now in the office of director of a women's prison. So I'm reporting live from a prison for women. And it's an interesting energy to be in for a Womanhood Festival. If you ask me what is femininity, the first image that comes in the mind and the feeling that associated with it is a goddess with multidimensional arms. And I believe that every woman embodies a goddess. As I was growing up, I didn't really, nobody ever told me that, and I never had this idea. And the first time this idea came to me was when I received my very first Shaktipad, energy transfer to the third eye and crown from Mohanji. And the great master Shirdi Baba appeared and he spoke through Mohanji, and he told him, the highest version of you is Devi, or that time he said Mother Mary. And later on, I have understood that for me, Mother Mary is actually not a historic figure of Mother Mary, but Devi herself, Divine Mother in all her aspects. So as women, we embody all the aspects of Devi as Parashakti. And especially, as Meher said, it's that masterhood in holding space and being so expanded, so embracing, that we really allow for the creation to happen. We allow for the beauty to manifest in this world. And aside from holding space, we are also masters of transitions. So we are that force that flows through any obstacle, the river that flows through around any rock, any obstacle, and finds its way through. So such is the power of the woman. She can never be beaten. As Elena beautifully sang this song, you can be beaten many times, but you always emerge back strong. There is that Shakti, and it's felt in every woman. And every woman plays so many roles. But in the end, she knows she's much more than any of those roles. So we can never be confined as just the mothers, just the office women, just the wives. We are so much more, and we know it. And we are here as sisters to hold space for one another, to connect with that Shakti and just be that.
Wow. Deviji would ask you now, you have been conducting women's circles, and you believe in the power of women, bringing women together, right? And it's so peaceful when you are conducting a safe space for women to talk. So how important do you feel such gatherings are? And can you share more details about this?
Yes, I feel this is probably one of the most important moments on planet Earth right now. Not giving importance to myself and what I do, but exactly what Meher just spoke. Bringing back sexuality's sacred dimension, reintroducing it for the men and for the women, is the number one topic in the world today. We all know how much of perversion there is, pornification, sexual objectivization of women. And until we heal that, and until we introduce dance as the most ancient form of feminine expression, authentic, beautiful, elevated, that used to be the introduction of men into sexuality in a very healthy way. And it was removed because porn industry and patriarchy took that over. We reclaim it now, not out of revenge, but simply we as women need to remove the shaming from our yoni. We need to connect with the curves of our body, with our juiciness, and see it as sacred. And until we achieve that, we will not be able to break through this dominance of patriarchy. And now, after so many thousands of years, we are energetically and collectively entering the space where we can do that. And I started with women's circles like almost a year ago, And it has just completely consumed me. I find it difficult now to do something else because I see the importance. I see how much the energy comes through when we first dance and connect with the yoni, and then we sit and we open up in that vulnerability, and we help each other, holding the sacred space. We help each other to heal. We help each other to come into that clarity. And that womanhood as sisterhood is the most powerful force on earth today. I feel that this is where the peace will be restored, that this is where we open the gates of golden age. So a very big responsibility on women today. And that is why we also felt it's so important for us together in this festival to just understand what a role we have to play and why. And not only all Mohanji programs, but most other spiritual circles in the world, it's like 80% women. You see women showing up for any serious work on yourself. There's always women because we feel the calling. We know deep inside it's our responsibility. And we are not here to blame the men and patriarchy. We are simply saying it is the time. You know, we come out of a space of maturity and ability to take responsibility, not out of revenge and bitterness, right? So that's the difference. So in women's circles, we nurture that Shakti in one another and that clarity. And every time we come out of a women's circle, we feel so empowered and so nurtured and so connected, you know? It's just mind-boggling. So I feel so honored to be in that space and to be an instrument of women's circles. And as I said, Red Tent movement, Me Too movement, all these are just signs that we are ready, we are there.
So, Diviji, do you feel that, the true change should not come out of, another rebellion or another, standing up against it? It's something which women can feel within themselves, transform through women's circles, and then naturally they will express? Or how else do they convey that they are holding their power?
Yes. When we had the initial feminism movement, it was a bit of, it came more out of that space of desperation and revenge and a need to break through. But it kind of went into the direction of masculinization of women, women elbowing their way through the corporate ladders, through, the patriarchal structures. And now the time has come where we said, okay, we can get the education now, at least in most of the countries. And we do have certain rights, but we don't want to lose the feminine qualities because we are functioning as per the patriarchal rules. We reestablish the rules, and we claim that space because we are masters of holding space. We create a space where women can emerge in authentic expression, as the Adranka said. We don't want to be masculine. We don't want to elbow our way through. When I connect with my yoni and when I connect with my curves and my natural feminine nature, I see a great power in that. I don't need to be a man and use a man's way to make my way through. And I also don't need to compete with other women for anything. We stand together in sisterhood and we inspire one another to be authentic, true, courageous, just without all the masks, all the, So that culture where woman is just sexual object with bloated lips and, accentuated curves as per the rules of porn industry, we change that now into actual celebration of feminine beauty. And what Meher said, the dance, saying, this is my body. I deep inside remember, I don't know, it is in my consciousness. I remember high priestesses dancing in temples. Dance belongs to temples because woman is a goddess. Dance belongs to temples. Dance belongs to most sacred locations and spaces because that beauty is so overwhelmingly powerful and so inspiring that it needs to be worshipped, it needs to be admired, not as a sexual object, but as beauty itself. Those are the curves where the space of the yoni holds the space for a child to come through. And this is just like a black hole of the universe. It's completely beyond mind's comprehension. It will never be understood what yoni is. That space is so powerful, and the curves of the body are just like dancing around. It's like a galaxy moving through, and this black hole, the yoni, is right there, and it emanates its energy. And the movement of the woman and her curves are there to show the beauty of creation, the beauty of life, the beauty of sacred space, you know. So that is like heaven inside our body, which we then allow to radiate its energy, and we create heaven on earth. So this is where the dance is the prime expression, and then it comes through the voice, because yoni also connects with the vocal cords. There's a profound connection, and the woman's voice and her creative power. This is so beautiful. And when that comes through, ignited by the heart and selflessness, we have a really beautiful world. That's where we allow our men to be truly men, and then women can play their role. So that Shiva Shakti balance is reestablished within individual and then within society. And that's why I always say women are the pillars of peace in the world. We can't have the peace if it's defined by patriarchal norms and the military boots. You know, peace comes only with the balance of masculine and feminine.